All right, let's get right into it. I mean, since tools like ChatGPT just exploded onto the scene, AI has become, well, it's become part of everything. It's writing our emails, planning our vacations, even helping with our kids' homework. It's like we have this new partner, one that's always on and ready to help. And that's really the big question we're tackling here. All this convenience is amazing, no doubt about it. But is there a hidden cost? Are we, in a way, trading some of our own brain power for the sheer ease that AI gives us? So, for our first section, let's really dig into this idea of cognitive debt. Think about it like this. Every time we let AI do the heavy mental lifting, we might be taking out a little loan that our brains might have to pay back down the road. Now, the key concept here is something scientists call cognitive offloading. It sounds fancy, but it's a super simple idea. We're basically outsourcing our thinking, right? Instead of remembering a phone number, you just save it in your contacts. Instead of figuring out a route, you fire up the GPS. And now, instead of structuring an essay or an argument, a lot of us are turning to AI. So what's really going on inside our heads when we do this? I mean, what's the actual measurable effect? Well, researchers at MIT wanted to find out. They set up this brilliant study to see what physically happens in the brain when someone uses an AI assistant for a complex task, like writing an essay. And the results? Wow. They were so clear. Take a look at this chart. The bar on the far left, that's the high brain activity of people writing completely on their own. The middle bar shows people using a search engine, a little lower. But then, look at the bar on the right, the ChatGPT group. Their brain activity was way, way lower. It's this incredible picture of cognitive offloading in real time. The brain it's literally working less. And this isn't just a one-off thing. More and more research is pointing to some pretty serious side effects. We're talking about weaker memory. Get this, people in that MIT study couldn't even really remember what they had just written. We're also seeing reduced concentration and this weird diminished sense of ownership over your own work. And for young people, whose brains are still developing, the worry is that those important neural pathways for learning and remembering could actually weaken over time. But okay, it's not all doom and gloom. Not even close. Because while AI might be an incredible calculator, our brains are something else entirely. So let's flip this around and look at where that uniquely human spark still totally outshines even the most powerful AI. Check out this puzzle. For you and me, the answer is just obvious, right? Of course she was alive at noon. But when this exact question was given to an advanced AI model, it got completely stuck. It said it couldn't be certain. And that's because AI really struggles with what's called temporal reasoning. It's the common sense understanding of how time works in the real world. It sees the data points, but it misses the simple human logic connecting them. Okay, but before we get too smug about our amazing brains, let's try a puzzle where we humans are the ones who usually get tripped up. Read this one carefully. A bat and a ball cost $1.10 total. The bat costs exactly $1 more than the ball. So, how much does the ball cost? Just what's the first answer that jumps into your head? If you said 10 cents, you are not alone. That is by far the most common answer. It's that quick, intuitive shortcut our brain just loves to take. But it's wrong. An AI, on the other hand, which just runs the numbers, it wouldn't make that intuitive leap. The correct answer is 5 cents. Think about it. If the ball is 5 cents and the bat is $1 more, the bat is $1.05. Add them together, and you get $1.10. And this just perfectly shows the difference, right? We operate on this amazing blend of logic and intuition, which is so powerful but can sometimes fool us. AI runs on pure computation. They're just different ways of thinking. Let's just break that down a little more. Look at creativity. For us, it's about linking totally unrelated ideas to make something new. For AI, it's about remixing patterns it's already seen. Look at decisions. Ours are a messy mix of logic, emotion, ethics, and gut feelings. AI's decisions are based on cold, hard probability. Again, it's not about which one's better. They're just fundamentally different systems. And get this, AI's influence is getting so deep, it's actually changing the words we use. Seriously, one study analyzed millions of words from podcasts and online posts and found that after ChatGPT came out, words that AI loves to use, words like meticulous, surpass, and garner, they started showing up more and more in human speech. It's a subtle but pretty wild sign of how much we're adapting to this new partner. So, what's the answer? Should we all just unplug and go live in the woods? No, of course not. The key is to shift how we think about it. Which brings us to our next section, how to forge a smarter partnership with this incredible technology. It really all boils down to this one powerful idea. The technology itself isn't the problem. The issue isn't AI, it's how we choose to use it. We can let it make us mentally lazy, or we can use it as a tool to make ourselves even sharper. The choice is ours. So how do we do that? Well, we can start by focusing on strengthening what some experts call our natural intelligence. And that rests on these 4 pillars you see here: your basic IQ, or problem solving, your EQ, or emotional intelligence, your critical thinking, and your creativity. These are the core human abilities that AI, at the end of the day, just can't replace. So instead of letting AI dull your critical thinking, what if you used it as a mental sparring partner? Don't just accept its first answer. Ask it to give you the best arguments against your own idea. Challenge yourself to fact-check its summary. Force it to explain its reasoning step by step. This turns you from a passive user into an active thinker. It's like a workout for your brain. And the exact same thing goes for creativity. Are you feeling stuck? Use AI as a brainstorming machine. Ask it for 10 crazy ideas. Tell it to combine the writing style of a pirate with the topic of a quarterly financial report. The goal isn't for it to do the work, it's to use its weird output as a launchpad for your own unique idea, one that's full of your perspective and your emotion. Remember, AI can generate stuff, but only humans can truly create. So here's a little gut check question to ask yourself the next time you open up an AI tool. Are you using it to more efficiently execute an idea that is fundamentally yours? Or are you just giving it a blank page and asking it to solve the entire problem for you? The difference between those two things? Well, it's everything. Which brings us to our final thought here. We all have a choice to make about the role AI plays in our lives and in our minds. And it really comes down to this one simple but really powerful metaphor. Is AI your co-pilot, or is it your autopilot? At the end of the day, neuroscience is pretty clear on this. Our brains don't get stronger from getting the right answer easily. They get stronger from the struggle, from trying something, failing, wrestling with a problem, and learning from that mistake. That messy, frustrating, and kind of inefficient process, that's where the real learning happens. And that's the exact process we skip when we just hit a button and let AI do the work. So as we finish up, I'll just leave you with that one question. A co-pilot assists you, but you are still in control. You're still flying the plane. An autopilot flies the plane for you. When it comes to your own mind, the most important thing you'll ever operate, which one are you going to choose?